Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Shadow Stitch Plays, and today we are kicking off our next Wi-Fi Draft League. That is right, we have made it into the Unified Pokemon Battling Association. Thank God for acronyms. The UPBA Season 2, led by my boy Jack, aka Gravy. So yeah, that is just fantastic. So I thank you so much to Jack and all the other admins over there at the UPBA for allowing me to compete in this league. This was just what I needed after doing the UPA. It feels just so great to be in such a good company. Again, we have a lot of great coaches that work with us in the UPA, like Q the Costa Rican, Galadite, Lieutenant Gold, JB Westside, Shea Quaza, Gray himself, of course. We got my boy Talon, JV, which is also, I'm pretty sure, our week 1 opponent. Jesse 504, which is also from the UPA as well. But then also plenty of other content creators and stuff like that I am still unfamiliar with, but that is perfectly fine because you can follow all the links down below to go check out their content, and you can see what they have in store as well. All the draft analysis should be going up today or tomorrow or very soon, so you're gonna have plenty of content. Me personally, I love watching draft analysis. It's just very fun to see what everybody's mindset was going into a draft and building a team and stuff like that. And that's one of my favorite parts of watching in draft is just the draft analysis itself. It's just really cool. So, but anyway, that is pretty much about it. So we're going to be playing, of course, on Wi-Fi over land play. No Dynamax this time, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace. The UPA was fantastic, and I really enjoyed that. But sometimes we want to play some very nice, simple vanilla mons, and you can't hate on that. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. You got your normal Smogon claws and everything like that. But yeah, pretty much the biggest changes: no Max as opposed to UPA when we had Gigantamax and busted broken mechanics. So anyway, enough about that though. I know you're not here to hear a spiel and all that fun stuff. Let's go ahead and get right into it with our first round pick. We were 14th overall of 20 players. 20 people in this draft. That is absolutely insane. That is by far the largest draft that I think I have seen right now, so that's pretty crazy. But what was our first pick? Well, I really wanted Tapu Lele. I really wanted Tapu Lele, and it looked like we were about to get it, but then right at the last second, it got sniped from us. But that's okay. It's okay, guys, because we picked up Victini, the league mascot, and the new league mascot of our own draft league. Mini plug, go check out the CBN. I think we're going to be starting a few weeks after this, but that's okay. So the Victini is absolutely incredible. This Pokemon is insane. Like, not only is it one of the hallmarks of the 5th generation, which, by the way, best generation, don't at me. It is just insane. It has, of course, V-Create, which is a monstrously destructive move, 180 base power stab. That is just disgusting. But it also has one of the best move pools of any Pokemon. You pretty much think of a freaking event move that came out in Generation 5. This mod got it. Yo, he gets Bolt Strike, he gets Blue Flare, he gets Glaciate for whatever reason. And then he also got Scorching Sands this generation with the new move tutors and other like random TMs and stuff like that. But yeah, Victini is absolutely insane in its move pool, and you can do so much with it. So that I am looking forward to using Victini, because there's just so many ways that I can bring this guy. Heavy duty boots is fantastic for it. It makes it for a very reliable offensive pivot Pokemon. It's going to come in, it's going to hit hard. You don't know if it's going to be physical, you don't know if it's going to be special, you don't know what it's going to be, and that is just awesome. It is a very, very useful Pokemon, and it has an excellent synergy with some other mons that we're going to see much later on. But also, we are going to actually have nicknames from the start of the season this time, and let me know if you when you catch on to the naming scheme. But Victini is going to be Firestorm for this season, and I am looking forward to using him. So, alright, so we didn't have to wait too long to get our second pick, and you know what, the second pick, this is kind of a comfort pick for me. I really wanted to pick up this mon because the defensive core that I was going for, this mon specifically really messes that defensive core up, and it is a mon that we've used to great success in the past. That is going to be Weavile, which we are going to be naming Frost. And yes, of course it's going to be shiny, because I apparently am one of 2 people on planet Earth, shoutouts to JV, that likes freaking shiny Weavile. But yeah, so Weavile we have actually used to pretty good success in the LET. It was one of the mons that we ended up using to get the dub in that league, which is fantastic. Insanely good Pokemon. It hits so damn hard with like triple axle knockoff. Stab knockoff is just fantastic. Has an amazing speed tier at 125. Has priority. It has pretty much everything that you want this Pokemon to do. It is just incredible. And like again, another good mon for using heavy duty boots, because it doesn't want to be taking chip damage. It wants to come in, it wants to fire off freaking really heavy hitting knockoffs and triple axles, and it wants to get on out. So it has no time for those rocks. And yeah, Frost, the Weavile is going to be absolutely incredible, and pairing up with Victini is going to be incredibly strong for some offense. And right off the bat, we're off to some very, very powerful offense with Victini and Weavile. But you know what? Next up, we got to patch up some defenses. So originally, I really wanted to get Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz was a Pokemon that like I said, Weavile specifically gave my defensive core that I was going for trouble. Mandibuzz was supposed to be on that core. If I didn't get Mandibuzz, I was thinking of getting Togekiss. Just so I can have that, defensive flying type. Unfortunately, those were picked because, we're the 14th pick. We had to go, like freaking 26 picks up and down. Both of those mons did end up drafted. However, I think I'm okay with it, because we did end up picking up a pretty cool mon that I have never actually used, and that is going to be Buzzwole. Buzzwole is absolutely fantastic. Bane the Buzzwole is going to be coming in. Not only is he another really good offensive Pokemon, he's going to be hitting super hard, but he actually has excellent defensive synergy. He is going to be able to take those earthquakes that are firing off at Victini. He's going to be taking those rock moves firing off at Weavile potentially. Of course he's neutral to the rock, but whatever. So he just has very good defensive bulk, and obviously getting Roost he's going to be able to reliably come in, take hits, dish out damage, and get on out. And I think that is very, very good. So I always try my best to get a earthquake resistance, a ground resistance, because a ground immunity is not always good enough. Sometimes you want to have a ground resistance, and Buzzwole is a fantastic ground resistance, and he's pretty good. He can run a bulk up set. He's got some new moves like Darkest Lariat and stuff like that, but for the most part, he's just going to be coming in. He's going to be taking hits. He's going to be dishing out hits, and he's going to be just living for a while, and I am super happy about that. So yeah, Bane the Buzzwole is looking super awesome for sure, and I am very happy to finally be able to get to use Buzzwole. Buzzwole is not a Pokemon, despite it being one of my favorite of the Ultra Beasts. It's one of those Pokemon that I've never actually really used that much, if at all, really. Maybe I dabbled with it a little bit in like laddering, but that is like it, and I don't even really remember doing that. So yeah, but yeah, there's Bane the Buzzwole. He is looking fantastic on this team. But next up, I originally wanted to get Slowbro, so my core was going to be Mandibuzz Slowbro, and you can see Weavile really messes up that core. So we ended up getting Buzzwole as opposed to Mandibuzz, and we get something very, very close to Slowbro. Slowbro, we almost got it, but it did end up getting sniped before us, but we did end up picking Brainiac, the Slowking. So I think Slowking actually could be potentially a little bit better than Slowbro for us. We do get some neat tools like Future Sight, but we still also get, you know, the Trick Room, the Teleport, we get Flamethrower, we get pretty much everything Slowbro is going to offer, but now we have more of a specially defensive option with Slowking and more, you know, special offensive option, which with Buzzwole, I think that Slowking actually fits our team a little bit better than Slowbro would have. And, you know, we have used Slowbro already in the past. I'm actually currently using Slowking on one of my Showdown leagues as well, and it's doing pretty well. So I think that Brainiac, the Slowbro, is definitely a pretty good member of this team. He's probably not going to be, you know, a standout member. He's not going to be doing a lot of damage. But you know what? He's going to be a reliable hit taker, and you know we know I love Regenerator Mons. Regenerator Mons are so good. So they're just so dang good. One of them always seems to find its way onto my team. And what can I say? Regenerator is just one of the most broken abilities in the game. And yeah, Brainiac just gives me some great options for sure. And very, very similar to Buzzwole. Buzzwole, it doesn't want to be taking, you know, like psychic hits. Brainiac will eat those up. You know, Slowking's going to eat those up, and vice versa. Buzzwole can take those knockoffs, and, you know, that Brainiac does not want to take, which is awesome. So, anyway, that is going to be our the start of our defensive core, and I think that's pretty dang solid. So, yeah, I think that these two mods really work pretty well together. It's not my go-to defensive core that I was going for, but I'm very happy with what I have for sure. So yeah, next up though, I really wanted to get this Pokemon from the start. So originally this was going to be the plan to be on my team when I had Tapu Lele. However, it still ended up working very well. So 26 picks go up and down, and we end up coming back to Magnezone. Magnezone is absolutely insane. So not only does it gives me my Steel type, which is super good for us. I originally did obviously want Magnezone so I could try to trap those Steel types for Tapu Lele, but Magnezone already just does so good. It's so good on this team. Like, it's just going to. I'm not really gonna have too much trouble with Steel types anymore. But like, it's going to be really good to switch into like flying type moves that are trying to hit my Buzzwole and stuff like that as well. And, you know, Buzzwole plus Magnezone just have very good, you know, type synergy. And analytic, like Volt switches and stuff flying off are going to be just so good for this Pokemon. And, yeah, I think that Cyborg the Magnezone is going to just be fantastic. And if my opponent has Steel types, that's just one more thing that they have to think about and prep for, and I really like that. So we have used Magneton in the past to pretty good success, and now I'm going to be trying out its big brother, Magnezone. We have a little bit more bulk, we have a little bit more special attack, but we are losing out on speed, but that's okay. it's okay. So yeah, I think Magnezone is absolutely fantastic for this team, and is going to be another super big heavy hitter. So we had Victini that could go physical or special. We have Weavile for insane offense, and then we got Buzzwole and Slowking, which are a little bit more defensive, little more bulky. Even though Buzzwole can obviously go more offensive. Now we got some insanely strong special offense with Cyborg the Magnezone, which is awesome. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, looking forward to using Magnezone. Another Pokemon that I haven't really used a lot very recently. I did use it a lot back in Generation 5 and stuff like that, but that was so dang long ago. So anyway, though, that is going to be it for Magnezone. I'm very looking forward to it, and I will bring Steel Beam. I don't know when I'm going to click it, but sometime this season I'm going to click Steel Beam, because that freaking animation is sexy as hell. So yeah, anyway, there we go. There's Magnezone. Let's go ahead and get right into the next mon. So this next mon, I really wanted to get me a good, reliable defog Pokemon if I can, which is really nice. So my initial choice was obviously like Mandibuzz. But after that, I had a few other options, so I decided to look into the lower tiers. And one of the lower tier mons, it was actually more of a mid-ish tier mon, but it is a mon that we have used to more great success in the past. So some of these are going to mons on this team are some of our greatest hits mons, and I'm very happy to bring this next mon back onto the squad. Welcome Hawkman, the freaking Braviary. Braviary, the MVP of our freaking BBL Season 3 championship winning team. Yo, this bird won me a belt, and I am so happy to have him back. This mon is just absolutely incredible. So not only does it give me a way to deter defog, because a lot of teams sometimes will only have defog, so having a Pokemon with Defiant to deter them from clicking defog. Now we're not going to have a lot of like spike stacking or hazard stacking or anything, but it's still a good option for us to have, which is very, very cool. So yeah, and not only that, but we have, it's going to be just an absolutely monstrous threat. So we can bring Choice Bandit, we can bring Choice Scarf, we can bring Sub Bulk Up, Roost, Brave Bird, and like just go in. And this mon just has so many good, reliable options to lean back on. So it can be tailor-made to do almost anything I want it to do on that slot, and it's just gonna be so good, and especially because we don't need it to defog all the time, which is really, really nice. But so yeah, Hawkman the Braviary, there's really not much more to say about him. He's just an absolutely fantastic Pokemon that I have used to great success in the past, and I'm very looking forward to using him again in the future of this season. Yeah, fantastic Pokemon, super awesome, super duper awesome. So yeah, there we go. So next up, we need to pick us up a Fairy type. So Fairy types went pretty fast at the beginning of the draft, and they kind of lulled out, and then like those lower tier fairies started going really fast. So I really wanted to get Comfey. I really, really wanted to get Comfey. However, my boy Q ended up sniping that Comfey away from me. My God, how could you do that to me, man? How could you do that? But that's okay. That's okay. Because we ended up getting another veteran of our draft league. and that is going to be Aromatisse. This is the third time I have drafted Aromatisse. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Aromatisse, it's never a freaking standout Pokemon. But you know what? It's a good wish passer. It has aromatherapy. It can potentially go on the offense with like Calm Mind, Trick Room sets. And it's just a good little mod. So I'm not gonna lie, I really would have preferred to have Comfey in this slot. But that's okay, because Raven the Aromatisse, she's gonna do what she's gonna do, and you know, there's that. So yeah, looking forward to using Aromatisse yet again. The third time that I've had Aromatisse on my team. I tried so hard. It's like, yo, you know you want Aromatisse, Q. You know you do. He's like, yeah, no, I don't want that garbage. And I'm like, all right, that's fair. So yeah, but I really wanted to try to get Comfey just so I could have try something new. But you know what? That's okay. We got Aromatisse. Aromatisse is going to be good team support, and you know what? You can't hate on that. So yeah, Raven the Aromatisse, nothing outstanding, but that is perfectly fine and gives us a good bulky fairy that we can reliably use when need be. So there we go. So next up, I wanted to pick me up a strong ground type. So there was a lot of good options down there. There was a lot, you know, things like Runerigus. There's things like Golurk and stuff like that. Flygon was a good option with, you know, a fast ground type. However, I decided I wanted to use a mon that I haven't used in a long time. This was a mon that was on one of our relatively successful Natdex League teams in the RDL. We did do fairly well with it, and I thought it actually fit this team very well. And that is going to be Doomsday the Rhyperior. Rhyperior is absolutely incredible, and yeah, I am super looking forward to trying to use Rhyperior yet again. Not only does it hit insanely hard, but it also has just an excellent defensive utility. It's going to give us rocks. It's going to give us something that potentially we can use in Trick Room. We do have two pretty reliable Trick Room setters, and one of them does get teleport as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Doomsday, the freaking Rhyperior, is going to come in, and he's going to poke big holes in our opponent's team. And it actually has pretty good synergy with defensive synergy with some of the other mons that we have on the team, and some other mons that we're going to see here in a little bit, because we're getting very close to the end of the draft. We can patch up some of its weaknesses, which is very nice. So yeah, Doomsday of the Rhyperior, going to be a good reliable rock setter for us, going to be a mon that's going to punch big holes and take some big hits on the squad, and definitely looking forward to using Rhyperior yet again. So there we go. Now next up, we have something missing on our team. Well, I guess we have two things missing on our team. So, you know, Shadow Stitch TCG. He's the Gen 5 guy. He's been playing Pokemon since Gen 5, and you know, he was molded by the weather. He was born into the weather. And it's really odd, right? There's no weather on this team. However, we also don't have a grounded poison. Super important for us, right? Because, you know, that's just one of the things that you need in draft. Well, my friends, we picked up Venusaur. You know where this is going already. So yeah, Venusaur is absolutely amazing. Venusaur was part of my first ever draft team. Yeah, so we ended up making all the way to semifinals with that team, my first ever draft team. I thought it was a ton of fun, and Venusaur is freaking incredible. Absolutely insane Pokemon. It can go on an absolute monstrous tear now, because, you know, its move pool just got unlocked. You know, it got Weather Ball with Chlorophyll, which is awesome. It got Earth Power, so it can hit those Steel types without needing Weather Ball, which is insane. You know, it got Growth. You know, it can run defensive sets with like Leech Seed. It can run Um, it can run like super offensive sets. It's just insane. I love this Pokemon, and you know it gives us that fire, water, grass core. It gives us a grounded poison because you know, spoiler, we're getting fire type for our last. Who would have thought, right? So yeah, but yeah, freaking Venusaur is absolutely incredible. I'm so looking forward to using Ivy the Venusaur yet again. So yeah, can't use Dynamax, but that's okay. It's okay. This mod is absolutely insane. It's going to do what we need it to do. It's going to be excellent speed control. It's going to be able to sleep things. It's going to dish out massive hits, and it's going to keep them toxic spikes under control. And I'm so looking forward to this mod. I have not used Venusaur in a while. I've dabbled with it in VGC. It's amazing in that. But I'm ready to use my Venusaur again in singles. But we have one final piece to the puzzle. So we did not actually have to fill out all 12 of those spots over there. We could pick up 10 to 12. So I ended up budgeting around getting 10 Pokemon for my team. And the last thing that we got is of course our weather setter. Now let me know, what do you think I got? Did you guys think I got Ninetales, or do you think I got Torkoal? Let me know what you guys think right now, because we're going to go into it and we are going to be picking up Flash the Torkoal for our last mod. That is right, we ended up using Torkoal. The last Sun team I made, I ended up having Ninetales because that's just what I wanted to do, but I wanted to use Flash the Torkoal because I think that he fit this team so well. So like I said, we do have some Trick Room offense, but it also gives us another Stealth Rocker. It gives us a Rapid Spinner. It gives us a more defensive Pokemon that we can use. Heavy Duty Boots is obviously fantastic for this Pokemon, and yeah, I love Torkoal. And yeah, so you know, shout outs to Flash. The Flash is my favorite DC superhero, and you know what? He had to be Torkoal because I love my Torkoal. He's awesome. So yeah, and that is just fantastic. So yo, shout outs to you guys that freaking got the reference far sooner. But yeah, so Flash the Torkoal is looking absolutely incredible as our weather setter. Of course, you know I'm gonna have to use weather. You know it, and I haven't used sun in a while, so you know why not? Let's patch up those last two spots with a little mini weather core, and Flash is going to be using his drought to help patch up some weaknesses. You know, he's going to help Rhyperior with that water weakness. You know, he's going to help, you know, Slowking throwing awesome fire moves and stuff like that. He's going to be helping Victini absolutely obliterate things with V-Creates. Yes, I'm so happy to be using Sun yet again. And this team, let's go ahead, just take a whole look at the squad. This team is looking just so good. I'm not gonna lie, like it's not perfect. It's draft. We have a 20-man draft. Some things are not always gonna be perfect, but you know, quite honestly, this just looks like an insanely offensive team, and I am so looking forward to using this. You know, we have amazing pivoting Pokemon like our like Slowking, like Magnezone, like Victini, and we have just stupidly strong breakers like Weavile, like Victini himself again. You know, Braviary if we want to run like Choice Bandit Braviary, Rhyperior, and then Venusaur for our weather abuse. And like, yeah, this is a very me team. Like, this is a very me team. We have some balance elements in there, but then we have like some mods that could come in, click a button, and that's all they need to do. They just need to click a button, and that's it. And I really enjoy this team. Sun is it's probably my second favorite weather. Sand is far and away my favorite. It's not even a contest. But Sun, like, I love using Rain, and I love my UPA Rain team. But Sun is just so fun to use, and like you can just literally go nuclear in Sun sometimes. Like, just Sun abusers just hit so damn hard. like Victini is just gonna be hitting so damn hard. Like freaking, Venusaur is gonna be hitting so damn hard. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, welcome Firestorm the Victini, Frost the Weavile, Bane the Buzzwole, Brainiac the Slowking, Cyborg the Magnezone, Hawkman the Braviary, Raven the Aromatisse, Doomsday the Rhyperior, Ivy the Venusaur, and of course, Flash the Torkoal. This is your Charlotte Chandelures for the UPBA Season 2. Let me know what you guys think of the team down in the comments. What do you feel about this team? Is there anything that could be improved? You know, of course, we do have free agent transactions, but honestly, I love this team. It's going to be a fun one. So be sure to go check out all the other content creators down in the description below, and keep an eye out next week for week 1 of the UPBA, where we're going to be going up against Jesse 504 for a rematch actually from the UPA, which is awesome. So anyway, that is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.